We're live. Facebook. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Easter, if you celebrate. $15 of you ready and waiting. I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. I'm just going live on Facebook. Let me know in the chat that you're here, you're ready, you're excited, which I am. I'm trying to eat at the same time because my time management is poor. And we're live on Facebook. Lovely. Okay. Welcome to the Sunday quiz, everybody. Happy Easter. I'm going to try and move some stuff around here. Hello, Shanice. Winners from last night. Lucy, Callum's back. Hello, Lucy. My parents are here. I'm going to try, I'm just looking at this burger, this chicken burger. That's like ready. It was ready right now. 7:58. But I'm here. As long as you guys don't mind. Back again, Stockwell branch from Berkhamsted. My grandparents are here. The whole family's here. I miss you too, Lucy. Yvonne is here. Amazing news. I'm trying to do this as politely and as cleanly as I can. Alright. You're all returning customers at the moment. I don't need to explain anything to any of you. You all know how it works. Any questions? Ask me in the chat. Yes, Villa Magic. The pizza the other night was good. Although, I didn't enjoy it properly because I don't know if you've ever eaten something in the mirror. It's uncomfortable. When you can see yourself eating, it makes it really difficult. And when you know that 30 to 50 other people are watching you do it, it's really uncomfortable. You're very self-aware when that happens. But here I am, doing it again because I have really poor time management. And I always, what's the word I'm looking for? Misjudge the amount of time that something takes in the oven. But it's chicken, so I was not willing to mess around. One person on Facebook. If you can, head on over to YouTube. It's usually where everyone else hangs out. Happy Easter, everyone. Claire Bear, Team Banks here. First time on your quiz. Hello, Claire. Happy Easter. I hope you guys are enjoying this quarantine season. Claire, since you're new here, I'll give you a quick rundown. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. I usually just give it, 5 minutes or so to let people filter in. There are only two rules to the quiz. There are only two rules to the quiz. Rule number 1, do not, under any circumstances, write any answers in the chat, whether they are correct or grossly incorrect. Even if you're making a joke, the message will be deleted swiftly. And rule number 2, don't cheat. I can enforce rule number 1, personally. I cannot personally enforce rule number 2. I'm just going to apply to your sense of goodwill. You grade your own answers. You can compete alone if you are alone, or if you're alone, self-isolating, and you've got some friends in a Zoom call or a group chat or whatever, you can compete with them alongside. Or you can, if you're in a house and you've got housemates or family members, you can compete together as a team. It's completely up to you how you compete. I ask the questions, you answer them by yourself on a piece of paper or on your phone or whatever, and then at the halfway point, after 15 questions, it's a 30-question quiz. At the halfway point, I stop. I give out the answers to the first half. Everyone types in the chat how many points they've got up until that point. We see who's winning and who's losing, and then we move on from there. I just saw Fraser's little face pop up on Facebook. Fraser, if you're here, hello, my man. It's good to see you. I'm trying to really, really, really slightly just finish my dinner as we do this. But let me know where you're watching from. If you've got a beverage, let me know what beverage it is. Daisy is back. Team Jesus back in your hole. Topical. Daisy's on the WKD blue. Rough. Very rough. And as well, Claire, another tidbit. We operate on quite a relaxed modus operandi, I guess, to be fancy. If you have any questions throughout the quiz, if you need any questions repeated, or if you have any required clarifications or anything like that, just ask me, and we'll sort it out. Daisy, it's Brains, using Daisy's account. I don't know who Brains is. My mum. Guess what mum and dad are drinking? You should know by now, everyone's typical. My dad is drinking a high percentage pale ale, and my mum is drinking white wine. Okay. Yes, Claire Bear, on the Gamma Ray. I love that. Shout out to Beavertown. They're a fantastic brewery. They've been keeping me sane. Although I don't have any in at the moment. Because neck oil is just too expensive. It's crazy. Can we have a shout out for Horsehead Jeff, please? Horsehead Jeff. Shout out to you. Alright, guys. Most of you are here. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes, and then we're going to get started. Villa Magic's on the Beck's. Love that. Hopefully not Beck's Blue. Bingo. Sauvignon Blanc and Variant IPA. I know my parents well. Hope everyone's had a lovely Easter. It's a bank holiday. It's a 4-day weekend, but it doesn't mean anything at the moment. Yvonne's having a cup of tea. My grandparents are on, respectively, Cava and the Rioja. Those of you on YouTube, I know all of you guys have probably been here before, but if you are new and you're tuning in and you're wondering what's going on, this is a virtual pub quiz. It's 30 questions long. We operate in 2 rounds, 2 halves. For you guys on YouTube, you will see the picture questions that are dotted throughout the 30 questions on the screen, on the overlay. For you guys, I have my fancy streaming service doing all that for me. Facebook, it's a little less fancy for you guys. I have an iPad and I have the pictures on here, so I will kind of like show them to you as we go along. And again, as I said before, any questions, if you need to see any pictures again or anything like that, just ask me in the chat. Chris Glover, I've heard Scally is on the Beck's Blue. Scally could be on the Beck's Blue for a number of reasons. I'm not gonna diss drinking 0% beer. Maybe Scally had a drinking problem and he likes the taste, but not what it does to him. All right. I'm gonna grab a glass of water because it's important to hydrate as we do this. Get acquainted with yourselves. Make sure you've got everything set up. I'm going to give it another minute or so. At 10 past, we are going to get started. right, folks. I know you're really going into the kitchen to finish that last mouthful of your burger. I wasn't, actually. I was wrapping it up and putting it away because I've accepted defeat. They're a mess to eat. I'm not going to do that in front of you guys. I respect you too much. I didn't put it in the fridge immediately because I'm not a sociopath. I know you have to let it sit for a while. Seth and Polly, James and Jody are all here. Mwah. Much love to you guys, as always. I still got my chips here. I can still kind of peck at those as we go along. I feel like that's okay. All right. If anybody has any pressing questions, ask me in the chat. If not, we're going to get started. Claire Bear, you're on Facebook. I'm going to show you the pictures as we go along. If you have the ability to, come and join us all on YouTube. The chat's usually more active over there. You can interact with people as we go along. And, of course, the picture questions will be a little bit easier for you as you'll see them properly on the screen as opposed to on my iPad. But if everyone's ready to go, remember the only 2 rules. Rule number 1, do not write any answers in the chat, whether they are correct or vastly incorrect. Number 2, don't cheat. Claire Bear, we're on YouTube. All right, shall we? Treehouse quizzes, online stream quiz number 13, round number 1, question number 1. Happy Easter, everyone. Let's go. Question number 1. Who wrote the novel The Hound of the Baskervilles? Who wrote the novel The Hound of the Baskervilles? The Hound of the Baskervilles. Who wrote that novel? Facebook, I'm sorry, you have to bear with me. My phone is doing this thing where it's not charging. It is now. We're good. Question number 2. Question number 2. How many events are there in a decathlon? How many events are there in a decathlon? Decathlon. How many events? Question number 3. Which musician was once married to Kurt Cobain? Which musician was once married to Kurt Cobain? Which musician was once married to Mr. Kurt Cobain? Question number 4. Question number 4. You just saw me giggle. It's because at the ripe old age of 26, I see this word and I laugh because I have the mind of a child. Question number 4. The dong. The dong is the currency of which country? The dong. D-O-N-G. The dong is the currency of which country? The dong. The dong is the currency of which country? That brings us to question number 5, which is our first picture question. I'm going to get this up on the iPad as well. Those of you on YouTube, you know the drill. You know how it works. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of a band. There they are. There it is for Facebook. Name the band. YouTube, it's in the corner. Let me know if you guys want me to make it a little bit bigger. Actually, let me just do that now. There you go. And there it is for Facebook. There they are. Name the band. Name the band. And as always, guys, for those of you who tuned in, I'm going to get rid of the band now. There, it's gone. Just like every week, I set up a PayPal pool. We recommend about £2 a player. You guys can give as much or as little as you like. I'm going to post that link in the chat now. All donations, very much appreciated in these trying times for us freelance workers. I'm going to throw my hat out a little bit. There it is for YouTube. Facebook, I shouldn't have an issue with this because hopefully it's copied onto my clipboard. Yes, nice one. There it is. All right, you guys can go to that link. You don't need a PayPal account, so don't be afraid. You can pay anonymously or as a guest. And again, as I said, you can give as much or as little as you want. You can hide the amount that you give. It's totally up to you. All donations to myself and to Treehouse Quizzes are very much appreciated during these, yes, unprecedented and trying times, especially for certain workers. All right, that was question number 5. Picture number 1, name the band. Question number 6. In the Wild West, how was Henry McCarty better known? In the Wild West, how was Henry McCarty better known? Henry McCarty. That's M, small c, big C, A-R-T-Y, McCarty. McCarty. How was he better known? Or what was he better known as? All right. Question number 7. How many triple word tiles, triple word score, pardon me, how many triple word score tiles are there on a Scrabble board? Triple word score, not triple letter score, triple word score. How many triple word score tiles are there on a single Scrabble board? My hair is getting too long. It's getting to that point. My girlfriend wants me to let her cut my hair. And I just won't do it. I refuse. It's a dangerous road to go down. I've been messed over in the past too many times by hairdressers. I went into a Turkish place once. Not that that's important. And he asked me in a thick Central Eastern European accent, do you want me to use clippers? And I kind of was like, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's your job. And then he got to about there on my head. And I thought to myself, fuck, he's shaving my head. So never again. But, you know, £8 haircuts. That's what you end up with. That was question number 7. How many triple word score tiles are there on a Scrabble board? Question number 8. Georgia Stockwell. Question number 6 again, of course. Georgia, question number 6 was, in the Wild West, how was Henry McCarty better known? McCarty is McCarty. M-C, big C, A-R-T-Y, McCarty. How was he better known in the Wild West? Moving on to question number 8. Which 6-letter word is something an archer would use, and also the collective noun for cobras? Something an archer would use, and also the collective noun for cobras. I just got a text. Sometimes people don't have access to the YouTube chat and they're just watching and kind of texting me at the same time. What am I drinking tonight? I'm on Sainsbury's own brand American IPA. £2 for what is essentially a pint in a bottle. C'est magnifique. Question number 8, one more time. Which 6-letter word is something an archer would use, and also the collective noun for cobras? Todd Rowe, it's buffering a lot, bro. Todd, that could potentially be your internet connection. If somebody else confirms that and agrees with Todd, then I'll have a look. I say I'll have a look. I don't really know. My stream health is currently okay. Oh, I lost it. I'm gone. Facebook, you're still with me. But everyone just lost me on YouTube, which is great news. I think so. Stay with me for 1 second, Facebook. Those of you who are still here. Still got you on YouTube. Okay, interesting. Thank you, Claire. You're on 2 mediums. Okay, I'm getting texts, got you still. I'm just worried because I can't see. It's fine. That's worrying. Bear with me. YouTube, it's good that you can still see me. That's good news. I can't see you, which is bad news. If I click on my own video, pause my, mute my computer. Apologies for the delay, everyone. Thank you for those of you who are texting me saying it's fine. Seems like we're okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I've got chat back up. Dad wants to know if the beer is any good and what the ABV is. The beer is alright. The ABV is 5%, so not too bad. £2 for what is essentially a pint. It's pretty good in my book. Jordy Watkins, all good here. Todd, it might be your internet, bro. Chris Glover, Todd, if you turn RedTube off and have the quiz on, you'll be fine. You can figure that one out yourself. Alright, I'm just going to kind of maneuver this so I can see everything. Sorry, it's cool. If we need questions ready again, we'll just ask. Todd, lovely. Glad you're still with us, mate. Okay in Yorkshire. That's good news. Marine, okay here. Alright, cool. Everyone seems to be having a great time. I'm going to go back to the quiz. Sorry about that, folks. It was weird. Someone said it's buffering a lot, and then all of a sudden I clicked on the YouTube page, and the whole thing just refreshed itself. But we're still here, and that's okay. If you do lose me at some point, just aggressively let me know. Alright. So, Daisy, the 5G effect. We're not having none of that here. No conspiracy theories. One more time, question number 8 is which 6-letter word is both something an archer would use and also the collective noun for cobras? Question number 9. In which US state would you find Mount Washington? In which US state would you find Mount Washington? Mount Washington. In which US state would you find Mount Washington? I wouldn't say this is a trick question, because I don't think it's a trick. Just think about it. But it's not, well, I'm worried I'm going to talk myself into a corner here. I wouldn't ask you a question that's that easy. I'll say that. It's not a trick question. Although that could be interpreted either way. Okay. I'm just double, triple bluffing a lot of you here. In which US state would you find Mount Washington? I'm going to follow that by saying I would not ask you a question that is that simple. I would not ask you a question to which the answer would be either that obvious or that simple. So, I guess that means it is a trick question? I don't know. Reverse psychology is tough, man. In which US state would you find Mount Washington? Question number 10. I'm going to leave this one up for a little bit because it's our anagram. Facebook, I'm going to have to write it in the chat because every time I show you guys on the iPad, it's flipped the other way around, which is bad news bears. Okie dokie. There we are. The word is narcoleptic. Ignore the capital N at the beginning. You can space wherever you want. It's an anagram for a famous musician. Claire, I think it's just you on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able to see the image. Just let me know on Facebook if you can see it on YouTube, and it's fine. Then I don't need to bother with the iPad, and I can just stick to YouTube, because I believe it's just you on Facebook. Just let me know. But again, you should be seeing it now on YouTube. Solve the anagram. The solution is the name of a famous musician. Ignore the capital letter. You can move them around however you want. You can put a space anywhere. Figure it out. Claire, you got it on YouTube. Sweet. So Claire, I'm not unless someone else comes in and starts asking me questions on Facebook, I'm not going to bother with the iPad and showing you guys the pictures as long as you can see it on YouTube. That's cool with me. So we're all Gucci, as my friends over the pond would say. Cold chips. Mwah. All right. I'm going to give you guys a minute on that one. Todd, I know now's probably a good time. If you need anything repeated, just ask me. Obviously, I'll do it at the end of the first half. But just quickly, while I'm letting everyone else kind of figure out this, and you, about this anagram, just let me know if you need a question repeated, or anyone for that matter. If anyone has any questions, I'm here. I'm at your beck and call. $30 more seconds on the anagram, guys, and then I'm going to get rid of it, and we're going to move on. I'm actually going to crack this. Little trick for you. Use a lighter. The solution is the name of a famous singer. A famous singer or musician. Singer could be a bit too specific. A musician. All right, and it's gone. The word was narcoleptic. Question number 11. Ooh, this is a little bit of a long one. All right, question number 11. David, yes, musician. Musician. Question number 11. The highest air temperature officially recorded was 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913. So the highest air temperature officially recorded was 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913. Where in the United States did this happen? Where in the United States did this happen? There we go. The highest air temperature officially recorded was 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913. But where in the United States did that happen? Celsius to Fahrenheit is usually just double it and add 30. So 56 degrees Celsius is roughly 112 plus 30. Like nearly 150 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you who use that metric. Hot, basically. Really hot. Where in the United States was that temperature recorded? There are two acceptable answers with this one. I need as much specificity as you can give me. But yeah, I'll be a bit lenient. We'll see. Question number 12. Which male singer from Salford is nicknamed The Voice? Which male singer from Salford is nicknamed Salford is nicknamed The Voice? The Voice. Which male singer from Salford is nicknamed The Voice? Question number 13. Question number 13. What was the semi-controversial title of Kanye West's 2013 album? The controversial title of Kanye West's 2013 album. Just to avoid any unnecessary use of a word that a lot of people don't like, it's not that song that you're thinking of. That was just a song. I'm talking about a title of an album. What was the controversial title of Kanye West's 2013 album? And question number 14. The late and great comic book writer Stan Lee created the Fantastic Four. Who were, for half a point each, the 4 original members of the team? This one's a bit tough because obviously they have their real names and their Fantastic Four names, superhero names. Either one will be accepted. You can mix and match as long as you give me 4 answers and each of those answers is either that person's real name or the superhero name, and we're good. Stan Lee co-created the Fantastic Four, but who were the 4 original members of the team? The 4 original members of the team. Half a point each. Question number 15. While the person on your team, or the part of your brain if you're playing individually, who knows Marvel. Question number 15 is picture number 3. Name the director. And here it is for YouTube. Name the director. Name that director. And YouTube, or Facebook, pardon me, I'll show it to you guys as well. I just need to make sure I open the image. So you can't see his name at the same time. There we go. There it is for Facebook. Claire, I know you're on YouTube, so you should be able to see it, but there it is quickly for Facebook as well. Lovely. I'm going to try and get some relaxed, now that I don't really need the iPad, I'm going to try and get some relaxed music in the background. But that's question number 15, name the director. If you have any questions, just ask me in the chat. In a minute or two, I'm going to start reading out the first 15 answers. Question number 15 is name that director. This week is a hard week. It's very tough. Any questions, need anything repeated, ask me in the chat. Okay. James, can I repeat question 10? Absolutely, James. It was a picture question, James. All right, Shanice, I'll be with you in 1 second. James, I'm gonna write the anagram. I'm gonna put it up there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Narcoleptic. Narcoleptic. It's an anagram. And the solution of that anagram, let me turn that down a bit, is the name of a famous musician. Thanks, Ledge. No worries, James. Okay, Shanice, let's talk. Where are you at? All right, so we're 10 seconds behind each other, so just bear with me. Question number 15 was picture number 3. And you can relate that to question number 10, which was the anagram. Number 11 was the question about the highest air temperature. 56.7 degrees Celsius. Number 12 was which male singer from Salford is nicknamed The Voice. 13 was the controversial title of the Kanye West 2013 album. I added a bit onto that question and said, just to avoid a word that some people don't like hearing, I'm not talking about the song. I'm talking about an album title. Question number 14 was about the Fantastic Four, the 4 original members. That's half a point each. And then we're up to 15. Let me know if you're good, if you need... What's up? Talk to me. Okay, Fudge Duck missed 9. Sweet. 9 was in which US state would you find Mount Washington? Don't be sorry, Shanice. You're okay. If it was your other half, Callum, I would make him apologize, but you get a pass. In which US state would you find Mount Washington? If anyone else has any questions, you got about 60 seconds, because after that, I'm going to read out the first 15 answers, and then we're going to swiftly move on to round 2. Take a little break. People can stretch their legs, refill their glasses, so on and so forth. Any questions? Speak now. Forever hold your peace. Short Callum isn't here. Shanice, thank you for referring to him as his original title, Short Callum. Flying solo tonight. No worries. All right. Here we go. First 15 answers. Question number 1. Who wrote the novel The Hound of the Baskervilles? That was Mr. Arthur Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle. Question number 2. How many events are there in a decathlon? Deca, 10. There are 10 events in a decathlon. Question number 3. Which musician was once married to Kurt Cobain? I reckon she killed him. It was Courtney Love. Courtney Love. If you don't believe that she killed him, I would recommend watching the documentary... Oh, the name's going to escape me now that I've said that, and I'm live and I don't have time to look it up. Soaked in Bleach. There's a documentary called Soaked in Bleach. They interview the detectives who showed up on the scene, the first responders who showed up when they got the call, and if you watch that film and afterwards don't think that she did, then I don't know. We'll have a conversation. A lot of things don't add up. I mean, it's very conspiracy theorist of me to say that, but... Anywho, question number 3 was Courtney Love. Question number 4, the dong, is the currency of Vietnam. The dong is the national currency of Vietnam. Question number 5 is picture number 1. 5G killed him. Daisy. Or Brains, rather. Name this band. That is My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance. Question number 6. In the Wild West, how was Henry McCarthy better known? He was known as Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid. Question number 7. How many triple word score tiles are there on a Scrabble board? There are 8. 8 triple word score tiles on a Scrabble board. The answer is 8 to question number 7. Moving on to question 8. Not to be complicated. Number 8. Which 6-letter word is something an archer would use, but is also a collective noun for cobras? A quiver. A quiver. You know when your lip goes... A quiver. Question number 9. I should have just asked this question and not said anything. I feel like I overcomplicated it. And if I led you astray and you answered Washington, I'm sorry. It's wrong. I felt like I did a good job of clarifying it by saying I would never ask you a question where the answer was that obvious. I didn't know whether to call it a trick question or not. Because reverse psychology could work either way in that respect. But the US state in which you would find Mount Washington is New Hampshire. Mount Washington is located, weirdly enough, in New Hampshire. Question number 10. Picture number 2. Solve the anagram. Narcoleptic was the word. The anagram, the solution of the anagram was the name of a famous musician. That is the great Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton is the answer to the anagram. Question number 11. The highest air temperature officially recorded was 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913. Where in the United States did this happen? It happened, again, as I said, there are kind of two acceptable answers for this one. I will accept where it did actually happen, which is Death Valley. But I guess I'll also accept the Mojave Desert, which is where Death Valley is located. So I'll either accept Death Valley or the Mojave Desert. If you answered California, wrong. I needed you to be more specific than that. The answer I will accept is Death Valley for sure, and then I guess with a wince, the Mojave Desert. If you said both, good knowledge, good for you. Question number 12. Which male singer from Salford is nicknamed The Voice? That is the tenor, Mr. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is nicknamed The Voice. Question number 13. The controversial title of Kanye West's 2013 album was Yeezus. 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 I'm not going to speak on Kanye West because I hate him, so I'm just going to move on from that one swiftly. Question number 14. The late and great comic book writer Stan Lee co-created the Fantastic Four for half a point each. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. For half a point each, the 4 original members of the Fantastic Four were, as I said for this one, I will accept either the character name, their real name, or the superhero name. So, one by one, they are Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman. So Sue Storm, or the Invisible Woman. Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic. And Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. So, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Reed Richards, and Ben Grimm, or the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Radar Bombastic, and The Thing. The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, the Human Torch, the Invisible Woman. And then their original names, which, if you knew them, chances are you also knew the superhero names. Maureen, question number 12 surely is Russell Watson, not Wilson. Did I say Wilson? I'm so sorry. It is Watson. My apologies, Maureen. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure, judging by that, you were the only person who got that one correct. But yes, my apologies. Russell Watson, not Wilson, if that is what I said. Thank you, Maureen. Eagle eyes. It's a team effort. So that was question number 14. If you have any questions there, let me know. It can be a bit of a tricky one. Again, half a point each, so maximum 2 points for that one. And then question number 15, picture number 3, name the director. This guy here, he has a reputation of being a bit of an arsehole. That is Terry Gilliam of Monty Python. Terry Gilliam. Those are your first 15. Let me know in the chat, as always, those of you who have been here before. Tally up those answers. Let me know your scores. We'll see who's winning, who's losing. Take about a minute or two break. Just relax. I'll chat to you guys for a bit. We can all refill our drinks. And then we'll come back and do round 2. Brains and Daisy have got 12. Who can beat it? 11 from Yvonne. Shanice by herself, 9.5. There's Berkhamsted Stockwell Branch on 10. Claire Bear on Facebook, also on YouTube, I think, is on 12. 12 is the highest score at the moment. We've got 10 in Yorkshire from my grandparents. Up in Yorkshire. 8.5 from Seth, Polly, and the gang. Come on, guys. Actually, to be fair, that was a hard round. Cameron, 7.5, and a fist emoji. Love it. What else we got? Who can beat 12? Who can best 12? Otherwise, we're tied for first going into round 2. Hotly contested, as always. Todd Rowe, 1.5. Respectable. I like it. I appreciate the honesty, Todd. Geordie, 9. Love it. I think that might be almost a podium. Almost a podium finish. I think that's everyone. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Marine. Marine still needs to tell me what she's got. Judging by the fact that she knew who the voice was, I've got high hopes for Marine. Chris Glover on 3. A poor 7. You let me down. I was just picking you up. Rob Parker only got 1. Lucy Conroy on 9. Yeah, this is a hard round, guys. I might have a word with the big boss upstairs, Mr. Simon, and see if we can make them just ever so slightly easier. It's just tough. I have the same problem every time I write a quiz. Every time I write a themed quiz, whether it be football, Villa Magic has got 6. Lovely. When I wrote my football quiz, I was too focused on not making it too easy and inadvertently made it almost impossible, where just no one really got any answers. I mean, people did, but it's just tough. It's hard because I guess the ethos is it's more about who can mess up the least as opposed to who can get the most correct answers, if that makes sense. I don't think it does. Yeah. It's about, who can have the member of their team or the piece of their brain that for some reason knows that there are 8 triple word score tiles on a Scrabble board. As opposed to having a quiz where everyone gets all of the answers and, one person edges it by knowing one more piece of information. I don't know. Let me know if they're too hard, if you guys want them to be a little bit easier. Yvonne, my best round ever. Yvonne, you're sitting pretty in second place behind 2 people who were tied for first. Jackie Leonard's on 3. Jackie and Mike in our broth. Mwah. Love to you guys as always for tuning in. Come on the lickties. All right. Let's take a break. 60-minute breather. Go and refill your drinks. I'm going to be right here chatting to you guys. I'm actually going to grab another beer as well. Get you, Yvonne. We got some mother-daughter banter going on in the chat. I love it. I'm actually feeling I'm half Scottish. I'm feeling very proud of my Scottish heritage today. I watched Disney Pixar's Brave for the first time this afternoon. And the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. I love folk music. It made me proud to be Scottish. So just to recap, in first place, on 12 points, we've got Team Banks, featuring Claire Bear, who are watching on Facebook and maybe on YouTube as well. Also on 12, we've got Daisy and Brains. In second place, Yvonne's on 11. And in third place, I believe, they usually feature in the top. They are on 10 points, is the Berkhamsted Stockwell branch. Shout out to Snood, Amanda, Georgia and Lucy. Snood, I know you're on the Rioja. Yes! Lucy! Oh, it's great news. Pip is finally happy today. Apologies, Daisy and Brains. It tied for first place on 12 points. Is Team Jesus back in your hole? Lucy, please can you say hi to Pip? She's happy today. The only times Pip has ever been mentioned in this chat, she's always upset about something or another. So it's good to know that they're happy. Hi, Pip. All right, I'm going to give it another minute, and then we're going to move on to round 2. I'm just going to grab a drink. Repping my, not my home basketball team, unfortunately. I guess this is kind of blasphemous. I grew up in South Florida. I'm a Miami Heat fan. But my parents live near Atlanta. So I had to represent the Atlanta Hawks merch. And it's a hell of a comfy t-shirt. We have an exciting week of quizzes coming up this week, actually. The schedule has finally been posted. If you follow us on Treehouse Quizzes' social media, then you're already aware of this. But I'm going to pull it up for you guys now. Actually, you know what? I think I can get it up on the overlay. But I'm hosting 3 quizzes next week, actually, which is great news. Very worrying. My phone says it's charging, but somehow it's gone down from 10% to 5%. I'm worried I'm going to lose Facebook at one point. But with that being said, sorry, I'm just making sure my phone doesn't die and I lose my Facebook stream. But Monday night, I'm going to post this image now in the chat, but Monday night I will be hosting a Cornetto Trilogy quiz for you Edgar Wright fans out there. The Cornetto Trilogy, if you're not familiar, is the 3 films Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Alright. And then Tuesday night, General Knowledge with Shura, who always wears the headset and he's got kind of the Britney mic. I'm a big fan of Shura. He's always got a nice... he always does great promo pictures for his quizzes. And then Wednesday, very exciting. I've been pressing this for a long time. We are having a Lord of the Rings quiz. I'm gonna keep it to just the films, but I'll also add in, the Hobbit trilogy as well. I think I need to do some asking of the real fans out there and see where people's allegiances lie. Boom, there it is. There's our schedule this week. Daisy with the 5G again. But yeah, there is... Where's my hand? There's my hand. There is the schedule for this week coming. So Monday night, tomorrow night, I will be hosting a Cornetto Trilogy quiz. That is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Tuesday night, General Knowledge with Shura. Wednesday night, I'll be doing Lord of the Rings quiz. If you are interested in doing the Lord of the Rings quiz, I'm starting to get... I want to get some feelers out there. Let me know. I'm obviously just going to keep it to the films. I'm not going to dabble in the books because it's a dangerous road and a dangerous precedent to set. But let me know if I should include all 6 films, as in the Hobbit trilogy as well, or if you want me to just keep it to the Lord of the Rings films. I'm going to ask some of my friends who are super fans and see what they think. My idea is to do 2 rounds. The first round being the first trilogy, the second round being the second trilogy. But if you guys have different opinions, let me know. Thursday, our fearless leader Simon will be doing a general knowledge quiz. And then Friday, it's the return of the Mac. Big Jim's quiz lock-in. If you were there last Friday, it got a bit crazy apparently. I'm probably going to try and tune in this weekend. And then Saturday, music quiz and a hangout with Simon. That's always very fun. People usually get up and have a bit of a dance. I think they're usually posted on Zoom, so that other people can kind of have a boogie and be seen and heard as well. And guest DJs as well this week. And then Sunday, I'll be back doing another general knowledge quiz for your eyes and ears. But if nobody has anything to say, you're all being quite quiet tonight. I'm going to move on to round 2. Let's do it. Yvonne, thank you. I'll definitely be there for Cornetto Trilogy and Lord of the Rings. No problem if you include Hobbit stuff. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do both trilogies. But again, I'll ask some people. Question number 16, folks. Here we are, round 2. If you're half paying attention, tune back in. I need your focus. It's Sunday, it's Easter, we're quizzing. It's been a tough round so far. I imagine it's not going to let up in the second half, but, we're all in the same boat. Here we go. Question number 16. What was the title of the first book to be published in the, quote, Millennium series of novels? What was the title of the first book to be published in the Millennium series of novels? So there's a series of novels that are titled the Millennium series. And what was the first book to be published in that series? Shanice, I've never seen Lord of the Rings, but I think a binge session in time for Wednesday is essential. You can definitely get it done. I'm going to shamelessly admit, which is probably a bad idea, I won't admit this on Wednesday. I'll pretend like I've known them for years. But I actually had never seen any of them until last week. I watched the first trilogy last week over 3 nights, and then finished the Hobbit trilogy kind of at the end of last week over the weekend. And it was the first time I'd seen all of them. So luckily the information is still fresh in my brain, which is good news. With that being said, if I'm not careful, the super fans out there will eat me alive. It happened to me before when I covered for someone doing a Harry Potter quiz. And it was not fun. Harry Potter quiz, actually, with that being said. My lovely other half, Leah, hosted a Harry Potter quiz a few weeks ago. And it was a hit. There were like 115 people in. It got a bit rowdy. She was dressed to the nines. She had a scar and the glasses. And they did a wardrobe change at halftime. It was crazy. But another one of those will be coming. So if you missed the first one and you want to do it again, or if you want more and you're fiending for it, there's another one coming. Chris Glover, have you done the first question of part 2? Sorry, I had to change devices. Chris, no worries, mate. It's Sunday. We're chilled out. I've got chill beats to study and relax to, banging out of the iPad. Jeff, keep up, Glover. All right. Once again, question number 16 was the title of the first book to be published in the Millennium series of novels. Question number 17. John Bonham, that's Bonham, John Bonham, was the former drummer of which rock band? John Bonham. Is the former drummer of which rock band? John Bonham. And again, Chris, question number 16 was in the Millennium series of novels. What was the title of the first book to have been published? Question number 18. In literature, which Greek god was Percy Jackson's father? In literature, which Greek god was Percy Jackson's father? Which Greek god was Percy Jackson's father? Question number 19. At the 2012 London Olympics, which British athlete carried the Olympic torch into the Olympic Stadium? Yeah, it seems like it's only getting harder, folks. No worries, Chris. At the London 2012 Olympics, which British athlete carried the Olympic torch into the Olympic Stadium? And also, as I continue to itch my nostrils, don't have a substance abuse problem, don't worry. For some reason, as I grow older, I think I'm developing an allergy to hops. Because whenever I drink certain beers, my nose gets really itchy, which is terrifying to me to think about, because I love beer. But yes, if you see me itching my nose constantly, it always makes me feel self-conscious that people think, that guy has a coke problem. Not the case. I might just be ever so slightly allergic to hops. Villa Magic. Number 18, please, mate. No worries, mate. In literature, Which Greek god was Percy Jackson's father? In literature, which Greek god was Percy Jackson's father? And then number 19 again, at the London 2012 Olympics, which British athlete carried the Olympic torch into the Olympic Stadium? Question number 20. You're going to think this is easy, but I'm going to make it harder for you. Name, not the person, not the actor. Name the character. Name the character. Who is that character? We all know who that is, what their real name is, but I need you to tell me the name of that character. And again, folks, as I forgot to do it at halftime, there, once again, in the chat is the PayPal link. Any donations, very much appreciated to myself and to Treehouse Quizzes. We recommend about £2 a player. That's just kind of our base level recommendation. You can give as much or as little as you like. All donations, very much appreciated. It's hard for us freelancers out here right now. But thankfully, Simon has come through with his brilliant idea, and we've been quizzing every night since then. And it's been a nice little relief, both for our pockets and also for everyone's kind of well-being. I know you guys enjoy them. I appreciate the returning customers, so to speak. It's been nice to get to know a bunch of you guys, as well as my family members who are constantly tuning in, which I appreciate. But it's been fun for me as well. My girlfriend's still working at home, and I just play PlayStation most of the day. And this is kind of something for me to look forward to, which is cool. David Layton, number 20 again. Yes, Pops. It's right there. Name the character. Don't need to know who the person actually is. I need the name of that character. Yvonne, be nice to your mother. She saw the picture, maybe she didn't know the context. But it's gonna be gone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, muscles. All right, question number 21. Which organ of the body can be affected by Bright's disease? Bright's disease, as in a light is bright. Bright's disease. Which organ of the body can be affected by Bright's disease? My YouTube keeps refreshing. I'm assuming if I lose you guys, you'll let me know at some point. I just keep panicking because for some reason my browser keeps refreshing. But as long as I'm still live, that's good news for me. Uh-oh. No. Hopefully I'm still with you. My internet's just being slow and ever so slightly irritating. Alright. My mother just texted me, we got you. Thanks, Mama. Alright. Question number 22. Moving onwards. Question number 22. Still hearing you, Cal. Thank you, Snood, and the Stockwell clan in Berkhamsted. Question number 22. In what year did the following events take place? In what year did the following events take place? A royal wedding occurred in the United Kingdom. A royal wedding. A revolution took place in Egypt. And the population of Earth reached 7 billion. Seth, we still got you, pal. And I've always got you, Seth. Never forget it. In what year did the following three events take place? A royal wedding in the United Kingdom. A revolution took place in Egypt. And the population of the Earth reached roughly 7 billion. I just got a text from someone. Could we do a friends quiz on Treehouse? That's definitely an option. Why do I feel like we've already done that? I'm gonna text Simon and ask him. Oh, I texted the group that we're in. Whoops. That was question number 22. A royal wedding in the United Kingdom, a revolution in Egypt, and the population of Earth reached 7 billion. What year did all of those three things happen at once? Not at once, but, you know, in the same year. All right. In which city would you find the only multi-purpose stadium built entirely from marble? In which city would you find the only multi-purpose stadium, sorry, that's the American coming out on me, multi-purpose stadium, built entirely from marble? Entirely from marble. Oh, there's that sneeze. It's been bothering me for about an hour. Finally, thank God. Apologies if that was loud. But that's what I mean. I'm talking about the itching of the nose. I sneeze as well. I really feel like I have an allergy to hops or something that's in beer. It's so worrying. That was question number 23. In which city would you find the only multi-purpose stadium built entirely from marble? Question number 24. Also, none of you said bless you. I'm disappointed. Question number 24. Where would you find the Ocean of Storms? Where would you find the Ocean of Storms? As tonight's been very hard, I'll give you guys a clue for this one. So the question is, where would you find the Ocean of Storms? I'll give you a clue. It's not on Earth. It's not on Earth. The Ocean of Storms. Where would you find it? The clue was, it's not on Earth. Ocean of Storms, also known as the Latin is Oceanus Procellarum. Oceanus Procellarum, or the Ocean of Storms. It's not on Earth. But where would you find it? And question number 25 is picture number 5. Here it is. You're seeing it now. Picture number 5. Name the company that uses this in their logo. Name the company that uses that picture you can see now in their logo. Facebook, if one or two of you are still watching, don't panic. I got it right here. There it is. Name the company that uses this in their logo. And it's gone. Question number 26. Question number 26. For you nature freaks out there. The largest beetle in the world, which can reach up to a length of 7 inches, which is about that big, is named after which famous hero? The largest beetle in the world, which can reach up to a length of 7 inches, is named after which famous hero? Question number 27. This is a good question. I like this question. Question number 27. For 1 point each, this is a big earner. This is going to be a make or break for some teams. Which 3 countries border the most other countries? Which 3 countries border the most other countries? So which 3 countries have the most amount of other countries that border their country? 1 point each, only list 3. 1 point for each country. I'm going to give you guys a second on that. I need to go get some more water. No sound. There you go. That was question number 20. Sound's gone. I got you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm here. I'm back. See, that's what I want. You guys are all quiet, all quiet, all quiet. The second something's wrong, all of you punch in. I love it. That was question number 27. Question number 28. Question number 28. Which actor or actress, well, they're all actors really, which male or female actor is in all of the following: The Hateful Eight, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Escape from New York? Which actor or actress is in all of the following: The Hateful Eight, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Escape from New York? Marine, help. Can't hear you, Marine. Hopefully you can hear me now. My apologies. I muted you guys for a hot sec. Again, male or female, which actor is in all of the following? The Hateful Eight, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Escape from New York. And we've had some suggestions tonight for other themed quizzes that we should be doing. We had a lot of people requesting Lord of the Rings, so that's happening on Wednesday. The week after that, because I imagine we're not getting out of this anytime soon. We're open to suggestions. Someone suggested a Friends quiz, which is a good idea. I think we haven't done one already. I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know your ideas. I'm happy to hear them. The next question is a Game of Thrones question, which has made me think. I know it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, myself included. But I think it'd be a good idea still to do a Game of Thrones quiz. Because we've done Peep Show, for example, and The Office. Peep Show's super niche. Yeah, sure, we've done a Friends quiz. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd love another. I'm very anti-sitcom, so I can't watch anything with a laugh track, so I've never actually seen Friends. So I wouldn't be able to host it. But I will ask. Game of Thrones would be great, Mum. Yeah, I think that is a good idea. I'm going to ask about that. Gavin and Stacey, Only Fools and Horses. I could do Gavin and Stacey, Villa Magic. Only Fools and Horses is just ever so slightly beyond my time. BBC comedies would also be great. I guess that would include both of those things. Yeah, that's a good idea. Have you done original Star Wars? We haven't done original Star Wars. Daisy, 2 more questions. Jesus back in your hole is on the case. The Office US, we missed it, Jody. I was frustrated by that. I'm not going to lie. No sitcoms. Big Bang Theory is out. Shanice, we've been very amicable towards each other up until this time. I'm afraid what is about to come out of my mouth is going to upset you greatly. But I think The Big Bang Theory is the worst thing to ever appear on television, ever. All right, Daisy and Brains are very, very politely asking me to move on swiftly. My apologies, guys. Question number 29. The opening credits of Game of Thrones. 4 of the houses are represented by animals. 4 of the houses are represented by animals in the opening credits of Game of Thrones. Which 4 animals are seen? So in the opening credits of Game of Thrones, 4 of the houses are represented by animals in the show's logo. So in the logo of the show, bang, 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 there are 4 animals that represent the 4 houses. For half a point each, what are those 4 animals? What are those 4 animals for half a point each? Could be a complicated question. If not, let me know. I guess if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, then forget it. Shanice, I take it back. It was short. I understand your chagrin, Shanice. I can't watch anything with a laugh track. The Walking Dead, big yes to that. I haven't seen The Walking Dead. I can't say that I'm a fan. I'm under the impression that it's gotten a little bit ridiculous, that it's just kind of gone on a bit too long, and now it looks like almost a parody of itself. But again, I will forward all of these on. A 90s quiz, a Craig David quiz. That might be a little bit too niche, a Craig David quiz. Walking Dead, though, that does seem reasonable. I'll pass that one on. Yeah, Geordie, I don't think I'll be doing another Office quiz. I wanted to keep it to the UK office, but I got told I had to make it both the US and the UK. Breaking Bad quiz, I've just had a text. That could be an option as well. Again, it's if one person says it's me, then that's one thing. But if I get a lot of people asking me, then it's a different story. I've had a request for a Friends quiz, but I think we've done one already. All right, last question, folks. Boom, there it is. Question number 30. Picture number 6. Name the flag. Whose country's flag is that? If you need anything repeated, if you have any questions, now is the time. It's been a tough week. Villa Magic, IT crowd. I just think it's too specific. I felt the same about Peep Show. I thought that Peep Show was like the smallest audience that we could go. And there were only like 10, 12 people in there. And if we can spend a day writing a quiz and getting an audience in for a show that has a larger audience, and that's nothing against shows like the IT crowd and Gavin and Stacey and Only Fools and Horses and stuff like that. If we can spend a day, writing a quiz for something that's going to bring in a bigger audience, we're going to do that. I just have a feeling that some of those are a little bit too specific. But as my mother said, BBC comedies would be a good idea, because I think that would fall under the umbrella, not necessarily the IT crowd, I don't think, but like your Gavin and Stacey's, your Only Fools and Horses and stuff like that. Keep it corrupt. What? Corrupt FM. Seth again. Yeah, I guess People Just Do Nothing would be considered a BBC comedy, as well as This Country. I follow Daisy May Cooper on Instagram, and I know that she's not up to much. So if we did a This Country quiz, I feel like she might be interested in getting involved. But that is your question number 30, folks. I'm going to leave it up for another 30 seconds or so. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it a minute or two, and then I'm going to move on, and I'm going to give you the answers to those final 15. My gran said, I have a friend just moved there, and they have this flag on their logo. Yeah. I don't know what that means, Gran. I love you, but I'm not sure. Seth, shout. Alright. Flag is there for another couple of seconds. Why does my laptop keep doing this? I'm assuming you guys have still got me. I'm hoping you do. I just, okay. So I have news regarding you guys who have been requesting a Friends quiz. I have good news. Bad news is I haven't seen it. Even worse news is my boss is now berating me for not having seen it. But the good news is we've done one already, but we will potentially be doing another one. So as always, keep your eyes peeled for those. Alright, folks. I'm getting rid of the flag, and it's gone. Alright. So, any questions? You got about 15 seconds to ask me, plus the 10-second delay, obviously. If not, you guys have been quiet, which is good news. Yes. Lucy, who requested the Friends quiz, just texted me, yes! No questions? Any questions? No questions? No, you guys are good. You guys have been on it tonight. Awfully quiet, but it means you've been concentrating, which is great. All right, guys. Here we go. Here are the answers for the second round. This was super duper hard, Mum. I know it was. I'm sorry. Again, we love the feedback. So if you guys want to tell us, hey, this is too hard, it's not enjoyable, make them a little bit easier, and it'll be more fun for us. Then we will heed that advice, and I'll pass that up to the top. Awfully quiet or quietly awful, Seth. I love you, man. All right, here we go. Question number 16. Question number 16. The name of the first book to be published in the Millennium series of novels was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Question number 17. John Bonham was the former drummer of the band Led Zeppelin. The band Led Zeppelin. Question number 18. In literature, the Greek god who was Percy Jackson's father was Poseidon. Poseidon. Question number 19. In the London 2012 Olympics, the British athlete who carried the Olympic torch into the Olympic Stadium was Sir, Steve Redgrave. Steve Redgrave. Question number 20. Picture number 4. Name the character. There he is. Whoop. That is Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian. Obviously, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. We all know that. But again, I said name the character. And that character is Conan the Barbarian. Question number 21. The organ of the body that can be affected by Bright's disease is your kidney. Your kidneys. Question number 22. In what year did the following events take place? A royal wedding occurred in the United Kingdom, a revolution took place in Egypt, and the population of Earth reached 7 billion. That was 2011. 2011. I remember it well. I was living in South Florida at the time. I woke up for school. I was in 11th grade. I was a junior in high school. I woke up at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning. I walked into my parents' room and they were intently watching two people that I did not care about or did not know get married on the television, and it was all really weird to me. Now living in England for a couple more years, I understand it, but I still don't really get it. That was 2011. Question number 23. In which city would you find the only multi-purpose stadium built entirely from marble? The city in which you would find that stadium is Athens in Greece. Athens. That is the Panathinaik Stadium. It's built entirely from marble. Question number 24. Where would you find the Ocean of Storms? As I said, I gave you a clue. It's not on Earth. It is, in fact, on the moon. You would find the Ocean of Storms on the moon. Question number 25. Picture number 5. Name the company that uses that as part of their logo. That is Pixar. Great. My phone's just died, so it means I've lost Facebook because it did that thing where I've plugged it in, but it's not charging. I don't think anyone was watching, which is okay, but... That was Pixar. I will accept Disney Pixar. I will not accept Disney by itself. You need to have the word Pixar in there. Oh boy. Alright. Question number 26. The largest beetle in the world... The largest beetle in the world, which can reach a length of up to 7 inches, is named after which famous hero? Hercules. Hercules. The Hercules beetle. Question number 27. The 3 countries that border the most other countries. Now, as I said, 1 point for each country. So, bordering the most countries at 14 is Donald Trump's favorite place on Earth. China. China, Russia, and Brazil. China, Russia, Brazil. China borders 14 countries. Russia borders 14/12. That's written in the answer. I don't really know what that means. Maybe they don't recognize some countries. I'm not sure. And Brazil borders 10 countries. So China, Russia, Brazil, point for each. Question number 28. The actor, male or female, who appears in all of the Hateful Eight, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Escape from New York, is the great Mr. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell appears in all of those films. Question number 29. This is half a point each, folks, for question number 29. In the opening credits of Game of Thrones, 4 houses are represented by animals in the show's logo. Which 4 animals are seen? So, I don't need the names of any of the houses. If you gave them to me, great. You get no extra points. I appreciate it, though. They are Dragon of the Targaryen house, Wolf of the Stark house, Stag of the Baratheon house, and Lion of the Lannister house. So the answers are half a point each. Dragon, Wolf, Stag, and Lion. And question number 30. That flag there. The name of that country is, I will accept Burma, I guess, but it is now more commonly known as Myanmar. Myanmar. I'll accept either one. Burma or Myanmar. Someone correct my pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it's Myanmar. I could be wrong. I'm saying that with no confidence whatsoever. If you need any answers repeated, let me know. If not, let me know in the chat how many points you got. We had a bit of a technical difficulty, so my sincerest apologies that this one has run a little bit later than usual. I'd be more sorry if it was a regular Sunday, but it's not. No one's got anywhere to be tomorrow. Team Jesus back in your hole on 19 points, but the Stockwell Berkhamsted branch has gone straight away. 20. There's your 20. My parents, an embarrassing 9.5. You had a better night last night, guys. It's okay. It was a hard evening. It was a very hard evening. We thought dragon, but didn't think it was an animal. Chris, that's what I'm saying, man. When I say, do you need any clarifications or anything like that, that's the kind of question you can ask me. Because if you ask me a question and I don't feel like answering it, or I don't think it's a valid question, or I'm going to give something away by answering it, I'll just not answer it. You can always be open with me. I would have considered, even though it's a mythical creature in the realm of Game of Thrones, pardon the pun, it is an animal. Shanice coming in strong in first place with 21.5. I honestly, by yourself, don't know how you've done that. We've never met in person, so I can't speak to that. But well done. Todd, 3, tough but enjoyed it. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate you tuning in, man. My grandparents in Yorkshire, 17 total. Geordie on 16.5. Yvonne, total of 20. That's a hot second place, tied for. Marine, don't be sad, 15.5. Very good score. Most people didn't break double digits, so don't be sad. Seth Tonkin also on 15.5 with an angry face emoji. Villa Magic, 14.5. Enjoyed the quiz. Cheers, mate. Up the Villa. Much love to you, mate. Lucy Conroy, 18.5 from Pip, who's much happier today, which I love. Cameron Rowe on 16. Jackie, the Leonards from Arbroath, 7.5. Struggled tonight. Too much Arbroath sun. There's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one. Chris Glover, 7.5. See? Wow. Jeff Banks, who has been silent the entire time, and I'm not surprised. Clearly him and whoever he's with has been concentrating very hard and hopefully not cheating. 23.5 from Team Banks. Oh, that's Claire. That's Claire, isn't it? Yeah, Team Banks. Sorry I lost you guys on Facebook. My phone's died, and it's doing this really weird thing where, because I have it plugged into my laptop, I don't know. I'm really, really sorry. But yes, that's Claire and Jeff with 23.5 who have taken the first place prize at the moment. Yes, I'm with Claire Bear. James, 13.5. Very well. All right, so at the moment, it's Jeff and Claire who are newcomers, so welcome. A very warm welcome considering you're in first place. 23.5 for them. In second place, we've got Shanice on 21.5. And I believe in third place, tied for third, we've got 20 from both the Stockwell Berkhamsted branch, as well as my auntie Yvonne. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, as always. One more time, I'm throwing my hat out there. There is the PayPal link. Any and all donations are very much appreciated. I always have fun doing this, and those of you guys who I know and tune in, you know that I love you. For those of you who have continued to tune in and I don't know outside of this space, it's been lovely getting to know you guys. I'm speaking like I'm not coming back. I am. I'll be back tomorrow. Cornetto Trilogy quiz. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End. Mostly the first two. I still need to write that quiz. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that tomorrow. Tuesday night, general knowledge quiz with our fearless leader. No, not our fearless leader. With Shura, who's a lot of fun. He wears a headset with a Bluetooth mic. Wednesday, I'll be back. Lord of the Rings quiz. I'll probably be including both of the trilogies, as I said earlier. Thursday, our fearless leader, Mr. Simon, will be doing a general knowledge quiz. Friday, again, it's the Return of the Mac. It's Big Jim, or Jamie as we call him, with his quiz lock-in, which is a lot of fun. It got a bit rowdy last Friday, apparently. Saturday, as always, music quiz and apparently some guest DJing, which is exciting. And then Sunday again, my regular slot. I'll be here with you guys with some chill beats and some hard questions. Shanice, not sure what happened. I'm not clever. Think my useless knowledge was made for this quiz. Thanks, Callum. Shanice, mwah. Big hug and a kiss to you. Thank you for tuning in. Gran and Pops up in Yorkshire. Much love to you guys. Great quiz. Cheers, Callum. Congrats, Team Banks. Chris, big love to you, mate. Geordie, and to you as well. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, the PayPal link is there. Any donations very much appreciated. £1, £2 per player, or in total. Every little helps. Asda, I'm gonna tap my butt. I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. I'll have a binge of those 3 films if I can find all 3. I know that Hot Fuzz was and maybe still is on Netflix, Yvonne. Shaun of the Dead, you'd be hard pressed. I can text you a little website where I definitely don't watch things illegally. Mum, thank you. Always fun, even though we're useless. That's all right. I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's it from me. Congrats to Team Banks. They've taken home first place prize on their debut, which is impressive. Hopefully we'll see you guys again. Again, follow Treehouse Quizzes on Facebook, Instagram. You'll see all of the quizzes that we post. We're doing it every day from now until we're allowed back in pubs again, basically. In the real world, if you are based in London, when life goes back to normal, you can find me at the 10 Bells in Spitalfields on Commercial Street. It's Jack the Ripper's old pub. You can see this face in real life, and it'll be fun if I can meet some of you guys and you say, I did the online quiz. I'm like, oh shit. That'll be cool. But from me tonight, hug and a kiss. Love to you all. Take care. Good night.